What's up guys, this is Hopes and today I'm going to start a new series, guiding you guys through Photoshop. We are starting from the very basics and essentials, even if you've just started, and are already confused, just looking at the interface. Don't worry, I can understand it may be daunting the first time you open Photoshop with all these options. In fact, I've started it with tutorials on After Effects. By the way, you can check that out on the channel. Link is given in description. So I'm quite excited to start this series. Later on, we're going to be doing some really exciting stuff like making thumbnails, making logos, complex graphic art, and much more. But in this first tutorial, we're just going to focus on the very basics of Photoshop. I'm going to show you guys a collection of simple yet essential features that you must learn while first starting. Alright, so let's get started with learning the interface. Now to make sure that we're all on the same page with the interface itself with all its features, all the windows, everything, let's go to Window, Workspace and then make sure you checked on Essentials Default, which is going to ensure that we have all the same features and everything. Alright, so now let's proceed to make our first file, our first project you can call it. So let's go to File, New, and then this is basically the window where we're going to do all the settings for our project. So, first of all, we can name the project whatever we want. I'm just going to name it New for the tutorial Sake. And then, for the width and height dimensions you want to do, then you choose that. But for now, we're going to do a standard 1920 by 1080 dimension for this project. So, let's press Continue, or Create. And then we continue to the screen which gives us a blank white square. This is the workspace where we will work. As you guys can see, I am right here to the right. This is basically like the Layers tab. This shows us all the layers, all the elements, everything that is included in the project. So we have now basically a very blank project. We have white box sort of thing, so to first get started. We're just gonna unlock this layer because by default when you make a new project, the first layer is locked, so we don't have a lot of freedom to move stuff around. So what we're gonna do is double click on this locked icon or this lock icon. And then when we do that, as you guys can see, we have this layer option. So let's name it BG, it means background. So, we're just going to learn the interface. So as you guys can see, we have a white background here. The first thing we're going to do is learn the Move tool. So the first tool that we are actually offered in this column to the left is this Move tool. So we're going to our only layer in this project. And then we're going to select the Move tool, and then we can, as you guys can see, we can move the box around. And what you've seen this background, if you see this like sort of checkered, this background, that means it's transparent. Because if you render out this picture right now, it's going to be transparent. So all you'd see is this box and then nothing else. This background is transparent. So what we're gonna do is undo that. So you can undo the move, and then let's say you do a couple actions. The best way to undo stuff is to go Ctrl plus Alt plus Z. Okay, now I am going to import a picture for a better understanding of the rest of the tools. Go to the File tab and click Open, or just press Ctrl plus O for the shortcut. And then browse the image you want to import. It will be opened in a new tab. Here it is. So as I told you, first we'll unlock the layer, and now we are ready to get started with tools. As we can see to the left of the panel, our first tool is the Move tool. It is used to move images. You can move images freely using this tool, and the shortcut for this tool is B. Now, our second tool is the Marquee tool. Marquee tool is further subdivided into 4 tools. To see the subdivision, let's right-click on the Marquee tool. As we see subdivision, the first Marquee tool is the Rectangular Marquee tool. Selecting the Rectangular Marquee tool, it is used to select a portion of the image in a rectangular shape. But during selection, first, select the layer on which you have to work. Just press Ctrl plus X to cut the image, or delete for deleting the image. If you have made a mistake during making a selection box, don't worry, just press Ctrl plus D for deselection. Now, selecting the second Marquee tool, that is the Elliptical Marquee tool. It is used to select a portion of the image in a circular or elliptical shape. As you can see, I have cut the moon from the image. Now, to copy the moon on the image, press Ctrl plus C, and as many times you will press Ctrl plus C, that many layers or copies will be created. Now, coming back to the original state of the image, our third marquee tool is the single row marquee tool. It is used to select a portion of the image in a horizontal line. Now, the fourth marquee tool is the single column marquee tool. It is used to select a portion of the image in a vertical line. Now, moving further to our third tool, that is the lasso tool. It is also used for selecting a portion of an image. The lasso tool is also subdivided into 3 tools. To see the subdivision, let's right-click on the lasso tool. As we see subdivision, the first subdivision of the lasso tool is the quick lasso tool. It is used to select a portion of the image free-handedly in any shape. But to make it select, one end should be connected to another end. The second subdivision of the lasso tool is the polygon lasso tool. It is used to select a portion of the image in any polygon shape. But again, to make it select, one end should be connected to another end. The third subdivision of the lasso tool is the magnetic lasso tool. It is used to select a portion of the image but works differently. Press the right key at the point you want to start the selection and then move the cursor to that point you want to select. It will catch up points on its own. But again, to make it select, one end should be connected to another end. Now, moving further to our fourth tool, that is the selection tool. It is also used for selecting a portion of an image. The selection tool is also subdivided into 2 tools. To see the subdivision, let's right-click on the selection tool. As we see subdivision, to understand the selection tool in a better way, let's take another image. Here it is. Suppose we want to remove the background of this image by using selection tools. The first subdivision of the selection tool is the quick selection tool. It is used to select a portion of the image. Press the right key at the point you want to start the selection and then move the cursor to that point you want to select. It will catch up points on its own. The second subdivision of the selection tool is the magic wand tool. It is used to select a portion of the image. Press the right key at the color of the image you want to select. It will catch up color on its own. as the quick selection tool catches up that area also that I was not needed. I cannot press Ctrl plus D to deselect that selection. It will deselect the whole selection. So we have a specific option to deselect some portion from it. Now selecting that option and removing the portion which I don't want to get deleted. Suppose you remove the background one side. Now an important work occurred due to that you have to leave your file for now. So, we will save the file so that we can continue it later. For saving file, click on the File tab and then click on the Save option, or you press Ctrl plus S for the shortcut. Now enter the name in the box from the name you want to save the file. I am just saving it by name removed BG, and now select extension or format in which you have to save the file. I will save the file in PSD format only so that I can re-edit this file.